Arrest you all for gross negligence.
This city of stone and steel is an endless scream in nature's womb. I have felt no peace here. Until now, your eyes, Stira. There is pain, endless and deep, but also devotion, blazing like the sun. You're in love. Are you not? You are wise to admit it. When it comes to love, vulnerability is armor, truth a sword, and trust a shield. I pray you wield all three, Stira. Bring the one you love to me. I will look into your hearts and see if your love is eternal or doomed eternally. I await with a heart full and happy, eager to begin. You return, Stira. I pray the hearts of you and your companion are ready. For love is a fragile blossom, and we will test its resilience.
No. And if you refer to me as my dear again, I will cut out your tongue.
Buddy the dog is my very best friend. Do you know why?
Why?
Because with him, anything is possible. Way!
Just give the word and I will kill the clown. We would be praised as heroes.
Did you hear about the scarecrow who lost a fight? Oh, hey! Looks like we've got a proper comedian in our midst. Good thing, too. I'll need someone with your wits for my next trick. Now, where are you?
A prickling hum runs through your very being. Your patron does not trust this clown. Not one bit.
You, my special assistant. Come on up.
You think I haven't mounted a stage before? Don't be warned, clown. If you mean to throw knives, I will throw them back.
Oh, my heart! The enthusiasm is too much! Now, up, double sharp, or poor Buddy will think you don't like him. Right there! Oh, perfect!
Oh, you understand the nature of a secret organization, yes?
Now, you're very special. As special as can be. Does anyone know why?
Why?
You're special, my friend. Because I have a message just for you. Praise the Absolute. Praise the Absolute.
Still standing, no matter what you heard.
I always knew I'd die at the circus.
On your command. Lilalo. A shapeshifter. What a pity. I thought we had killed a real clown.
something over there.
You fight good. Doppelganger, not so good.
Oh dear. Screaming children, an oozing corpse, and it's not even my birthday. I thought the Absolute wouldn't dare set foot in my circus. To use such a woeful Dribbles impersonator, why, it's downright rude. As much as I love a good murder, my customers don't. The real Dribbles charms animals and makes puns. Awful puns. Not this. Alas, I cannot afford to lose any more staff. Funerals are so very expensive. I need to move the circus. But I cannot leave just yet. Not without Dribbles. He was a star. Customers of every colour and creed simply adored him. I need him back, and I'll shower the person who finds him in love, adoration, and adequate compensation. What do you say? Huh. I can respect that. And you're in luck, because I am old, darling. Ancient. I have seen stars explode and civilizations fall. Along the way, I happened across items of such power that would make you weep with awe. Find my Dribbles. You won't be disappointed. That's the spirit, darling. And remember, I look after those who make me happy. Good luck, and thanks ever so much.
This is terrible. The circus is supposed to be a safe place. For us performers, at least.
Every sail, Papa Seti. Seti.
Can't keep me out.
Alvin Muffle Fieldwick gave his fortune to the poor, Millie Runbarrel, killed by the cult unknown child and her dog, who stood watch over her grave. May they be Mikkel Hornkiss gave all to the lepers. Dominic Sonny lost himself to addiction, but found peace in Ilmater.
Deeper than it looks. A double bottom. Of course. always room for more. Open up.
Your light fingers have attracted attention. It seems an explanation may be in order. You may have talked your... Infirmary. Justice endures, even in suffering.
What ails you? Marsh fever? Feather lung? Be quick, I've not got all day. Cures of temperament are a touch beyond my skill set, I'm afraid. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got a dead high priest to see to. What do you want to know? I reckon Investigator Valeria is right. One of the refugees killed him. Cruelly, too. They cut off his hand, sawed right through the bone. I found a paralytic poison on one of his wounds. Logan was alive while they took the hand. He just couldn't scream. It's sick. We give them everything, and all we get is nothing but a good man to bury.
If everyone else minds their business, I'll be fine. I just want a little look.
Finding my way.
War is an old woman's game.
Well, so much for peace. These boots have seen everything.
You still have time to surrender.
Your command.
Incredible to be back. My home. My city. Baldur's Gate is where I first raised a glass in toast at the tender age of 14 and got so tipsy from wine, I puked in Dillard Portier's bushes. It's where the flaming fist chased me after I'd stolen a peach from a cart in the Wide. I got a good chewing out over it too. It's where my father taught me to hold a rapier, to read books of law, to know right from wrong. It's been 7 years since I left. It's no paradise, but it's home, and it's worth saving.
Someone was arranging these corpses. What for? A colourful torso, torn and butchered. Hello, Dribbles. these were the people Father Logan was trying to help.
Not even the most pious of priests could deliver them from this.
a look.
This blade's wicked look matches its deeds. Poor Father Lorgan.
Watching gods. But I never thought I would be happy to see the city again. Much less to smell it. The Harper safe house I spoke of is on the bridge at Worm's Crossing. Danthelon's dancing axe. Information. The Chosen have a head start on us. I'd like to know what they've done with it. You think me lonely? In truth, I prefer travel in a small pack such as this. Unburdened by numbers, we're free to act, rather than react. A little like the old days. With allies, every bit as peculiar. Give or take a few tadpoles. Would you? In time, then. Perhaps once you found a rocking chair for me to doze off in. Ask it.
Something's off here, but I'm not sure what.
The boss is expecting you. Hasn't forgotten what you did for him at Moonrise.
Look, unless you're an expert in steel watcher gyroscopics, please get out of my light.
You think I want my clan facing down one of those walking death machines with cutlery? Then leave me to my work. Only if you're quick. Now let me get back to...
It stopped, but it'll happen again. It keeps happening. The shivering, shaking, quaking. Don't you feel it? There's something underneath the city. Inside the rock. But when I ask the stone why it shakes, it only screams. I want to go home.
Good to see you. Wasn't sure you'd make it to the city. Regretting it yet? I spent a lot of time thinking of worst-case scenarios while I was locked in that cell you plucked me out of at Moonrise. I didn't imagine anything as bad as this. The Gondians have handed Enver Gortash the means to bring about the end of liberty in Baldur's Gate. And the citizens have rolled out the red carpet for the new tyrant. Resistance fighters are few and far between. My iron hands, what's left of the Harpers, and you. I hope. Good. We don't have a chance unless we stick together. Not while the Gondians' metal monsters are patrolling the streets. The Steel Watch, they're a threat to you, me, and every man, woman, and child in this city. They act all civilized, servants of the people, but they only serve one man. When he becomes Grand Duke, it will only get worse. Laws will change, freedoms will vanish, and soon you'll be accused and sentenced before you've even committed a crime. And the fucking Gondians are to blame for all of it. I heard about that. You had the Harpers all excited, but there aren't many Harpers left. These Steel Watchers, one of them is the equivalent of a red dragon. An army of them. Well, there's never been an army of dragons. By hitting the Gondians hard. They invented the Steel Watchers, and they're building an army of them. They've always been happy to provide their technology to despots in exchange for a stipend and the freedom to work in peace. They would have licked Saravok's boots, given the chance. And now they'll kiss Gortash's ring while this city screams. I had a plan to put a stop to them. But the way things are now, if we stick our heads above ground, the Watchers are on us like flies on shit. Same as it always is. Eliminate the threat. In this case, the foundry where these atrocities are produced. The Gondians are ingenious, but we're more than equal to them. There's nothing they can build that the Iron Hands can't tear down. I've built something unique for just that purpose. A room powder bomb. First of its kind. 50 wizards high on the weave couldn't summon this kind of firepower. Get the bomb inside the Gondian facility, and boom. Problem solved. I knew you were the practical sort. That's why we get along. The foundry is in the lower city, down by the docks. Beautiful building, belching smoke into the sky day and night. Getting inside won't be easy, but when you do, place the bomb at the heart of the facility. Get yourself back to street level. The streets will be clear of Watchers in no time. Careful! Lots of open flames down here. I don't want that bomb close to any of them. What is it? Yes. I wouldn't have asked you if it wasn't, friend.
Locked, but there's no keyhole. Must be a switch or something nearby.
Welcome, adventurer. I take it you're new to Rivington. No doubt you came here to choose from my fine selection of weapons. Yes, I seem to have it all. Clubs, swords, maces, bows, cutting and gutting galore. Why don't we see if we can find the perfect weapon for you? Wonderful, but patience is a virtue. I provide a personalized service for my customers to make sure the weapon I choose is the perfect fit. Tell me, how do you like to kill? Oh, good answer. Killing is so much more satisfying when you really mean it. And when you kill someone, what do you feel? Killing holds no fear for you, does it? You understand what it takes and what it gives. One more question, if you'll humour me. Do you think you could turn your weapon on those closest to you? This weapon must be fit for every kill, even the ones you never think will come. So, answer me honestly. Could you kill one you loved? There's a killer inside you, isn't there? It wouldn't take much to push you over the edge.
So, you're the lick-spittle who crushed the Bone Lord's thrall. Have you come begging, sniffing for our stones? Gortash won't like that. A throat his black hand can't choke the spit from. Oh, you could kill him. Let him close and make him feel the tickle of your blade between his ribs. When you find the Lordling, tell him Orin is watching.
So Orin is a shapeshifter. How long has she been watching?
You! Try attacking me when my back isn't turned, you bloody coward! Is that so? You've got some evil twin running round whacking people round the back of the head. I'll tell you now, you'll be seeing bloody double when I'm done with you. Well, I'm sure it were you. I'm almost certain. Ah, God's be damned, I don't know. I'd have sworn, but my head's pounding. I don't remember. I need a bloody drink. Go on, clear off. I've seen enough of your face today.
Back again. Want a dagger? Or a bow? Need more arrows? Need a spear? Oh, yay! Want more? Want less? Want to sell? Want to buy? You know where I am. Back again. Want a dagger? Or a bow? Need more arrows? Need a spear? Yep, that's me. Oh, all right. Yes. I just got to find a way to bother him. Without actually bothering him. He doesn't like to be disturbed when he's in the zone, see? Is there anything else I can do for you?
The worst that can happen if we get caught sneaking in. A few days in a jail cell. At least we'd have a bed.
Worst that can happen is one of those steel watchers stamping us into the dirt.
Oh, you're such a scaredy cat.
The Absolute Army will be here any day now.
Stop fretting. The Steel Watch will put a stop to that.
Those machines will form a circle around the upper city as soon as the fighting starts. Mark my words. We'll be on our own.
What's the worst that can happen if we get caught sneaking in? A few days in a jail cell? At least we'd have a bed.
Worst that can happen is one of those steel watchers stamping us into the dirt.
Oh, you're such a scaredy cat.
The Wiles. You throw a fit when there's no hot water.
I'll sit on my ass praying. And the gods will help us all.
Check them all out.
We won't need to. If we do this right, they'll run for the damn hill.
Have cleaners alerted me. Well, throwing a rock at me is,
Please, enjoy the circus, which will never be the same without dribbles.
How could this happen? To Dribbles? To my home? Can't believe we had to rely on a stranger to save us. No offense.
Oh, how could Madame Lucretius let this happen? And what are you doing here? Ad!
You started that fight. I saw it with my own 2 eyes. You're a monster.
I don't need any attention right now.
attack is nothing to worry about. Madame Lucretius has everything under control. Enjoy the circus.
Miss Silvertongue says there is nothing to worry about, so there isn't. Carry on.
Good. You shall make him magnificent, my darling. I know.
Get your shinies and treatos!
Right, I shall stop fussing. Oh, Mr. Hag. Miss her stink.
Papa sells good things!
Look, I need to finish up here. Lots of soup to clean up. Looks like a room key, maybe? Nothing.
How goes the search? That's it! Proof that Valeria missed something. They'll have to listen to you now. If you can convince them of Brilgor's innocence, then perhaps Ilmater could shed one less tear this day.
Please,
The Crying One weeps today. Our father Lorgan is dead. Murdered. The best of us. I don't want to talk. My heart is in mourning.
We let more outsiders in and more Baldurians die. Duke Stelnane, Father Lorcan, it's no coincidence.
We have faith here, Bill. Faith in people, no matter where they're from.
Who had more faith than Father Lorcan? How did that work out? Exactly.
Bill, even sinners receive Ilmater's grace, and Father Lorgan knew that. We don't pick and choose who we aid. Thank you, stranger. I take some solace knowing that he died in Ilmater's service.
Does Ilmater's service involve protecting heretic absolutists? Or perhaps I missed that sermon.
Enough, Bill. You seem a kind soul. Our temple is open to you. Walk well. Decide who deserves Ilmater's grace.
If you won't help us, at least let the children in. We've got scraps for days.
Bet you want to know all about Stelmane's murder? Hottest topic in Rivington. Apart from the March of the Absolute's army, I suppose. Got today's edition of the Baldur's Mouth Gazette right here. You want one? Excellent. You enjoy that one, all right? It's really gory.
Stelmane's dead. This does not bode well.
If you could just...
We have the Duke's full
With Stelmane murdered, the council has an open seat. How timely.
Stelmane's dead! Read all about it!
Citizens only.
Achoo! Oh, bloody dogs.
There must be something.
That might be worth a look.
Actually, the pigeons do the...
That's curious.
The steel watch will put a sock in
Those machines will form a circle around the upper city as soon as
It's a racket.
A few days in a jail cell?
Do me a favour. Box my ears in. I can't listen to any more whining about missing letters.
Just scared.
Forgive me, but I must attend to my friend. She's most upset about the post.
Send them to
I'm not scared of the authorities. But it would be stupid to pick a fight with the fists, right?
Have patience, and the gods don't give a damn about us. You promised you'd get inside the city. Said you'd do whatever it takes. You're such a scaredy cat. At least we'd have a bed.
Name and rank! Quickly now! There's a war on! At ease! And I am Commander Lightfeather. State your purpose, Groundwalker. I don't have all day. Because we deliver communications across dangerous enemy territory with only our superior wits and aerial agility to protect us. Even our skills have their limits. We've lost several experienced flyers recently. They knew the risks, but still, damn shame. Intelligence is in short supply, but we know our enemies flanked us on the west side, not one rooftop away. We're avoiding the whole area. I won't lose one more beak to the blighter. War's a vile business, but we fight on. We must deliver. Your reconnaissance is appreciated. This information will be vital in deciding our new strategy. Dismissed!
A little wet under the wing for our unit. The commander will soon straighten you out.
I've no need of a wingman. Commander Lightfeather will give you your briefing.
Quite a spot, eh? Knocks the breath out of me to get up here. But the views are worth it.
Something over there. Work to be done.
Sharp as ever.
Still breathing, despite everything.
Freshen your drink.
I think it's been freshened enough.
Extextura!
I can feel my face going flush.
And here was me, thinking you were blushing with happiness to be here with me.
Oh, I see. Compliments in return for the picnic, is it? Maybe I'll take that drink after all.
Awaiting orders.
something earlier. Almost like a groan.
Shouldn't have wished to live times.
Probably some cold or joint in need of a little grease.
Speaking of grease. This was a wonderful idea. Just what we needed.
What's that? That's curious.
As long as we stand together, we can
Wait for the vampires to strike
So we should do nothing.
and let them marshal all their
Just wait
strength
for the
against
next
us.
wave.
I do not like our chances.
Rechtei hathran rust. Frey valdisk durovna. Frey vald iskablast.
You recognize the funeral rites of the Gur people, famed monster hunters. She's burning the possessions of those who have fallen.
Im orak. Nete. Krasin. Netra. We would not normally tolerate outsiders at a time like this. My thanks. We grieve those who left us, but celebrate them too. They died well. There is doom in the air these days, but welcome news too. Word has reached me that the undying Ketheric Thorm is destroyed, and if whispered tales can be believed, he was defeated by one looking much like you. A fine trophy. Perhaps you would like to claim another. Baldur's Gate is haunted by many things, but one of its most insidious is the vampire Cazador. For years, his foul spawn have stolen away innocents at night, whisking them back to his palace. Recently, they struck our camp. They took our children, every last one. Our whole future. They tore us to pieces. Vampire spawn and werewolves. I have never seen a vampire's lair so heavily guarded. What's left of my tribe is wounded and broken. We cannot stand against him to save our children. But perhaps the Slayer of Ketheric could. The main entrance is blockaded, but there is another way. Near the park, you will find a broken tower, mid-repair. Climb the scaffolding, and you can enter his palace. It may be watched, but you will not walk into the slaughter that we did. Then we will settle for blood. Cazador must be destroyed. For the safety of the city, and to make sure no one else must feel our pain. If you do this, our entire tribe will be in your debt. On our honor, it will be repaid. May the gods keep you, and damn your enemies.
Darkness must be exterminated. Nothing less than we do.
And if our children spread like locusts, what will happen to them if we attack?
I share your fear.
Just wait for the next wave.
Plans on fear. We will have to act for all our sakes.
I pray you will succeed where we failed. Exterminate every last vampire parasite.
We are begging help from you, an outsider. I would follow Ulmer to the hells and back, but this does not feel right.
Exterminated. Nothing less will do.
As long as we stand together, we can
If you're here to fill an empty stomach, look elsewhere. Folks swarmed what little was odd, stuffing their pockets. Bloody animals. The state of this car. What were they thinking?
They wasn't thinking. Starving folk tend not to.
If they just lined up and taken their fair shares, we'd have had plenty for everyone.
If won't get us fed and watered.
Can't stand her! My sister-in-law. All law and no sister.
Christine is pretty fun.
Whatever you need. I can't help you. Even talking is painful right now.
After a quick examination, you conclude that your patient is pretending to be wounded. You wonder why.
Really? This isn't necessary. I'm sure there are other people that need your help more urgently. Shh! Not so loud. If those lads find out I'm faking, they might go off on their own. They're not ready for that. And frankly, I'd miss them. I don't really have any other friends. And I like those lads. So I think I'll stick around a while more.
Don't know how we're gonna get Grunch into the city, wounded as he is. But we have to.
Washing my pits, this is the song when up. Aye! Could a bloke not get any bleeding privacy around here? Bunch of perverts, the lot of you.
What? I'm bushed. I ran for days to get someplace safe, and then found out I'm last in line to get in, because I'm a hobgoblin. As if I could change that.
Hail, friend. Fine day, isn't it? Forgive me, you're in no mood to talk about the weather. Your journey here was a hard one, no doubt. Is this your first time in Baldur's Gate? Well, whatever you've heard, the reality might not be quite so rosy. Used to be you'd arrive knowing you had a full belly and a warm bed waiting for you. Not anymore. These days, there's barely enough to go around. Add the refugees on top and, well, folk aren't feeling too generous. I've been asking myself the same question. I wouldn't be the first to interfere. Some well-to-dos in the city donated enough to see the newcomers right for the time being. Only they didn't bother helping everyone else. Locals going without while strangers feast. It stoked the fire, all right. Some Bouldarians are kicking up a fuss round the front of the barn as we speak. If I wasn't wearing this uniform, I'd walk round there and teach him a lesson they'd never forget. What peace. If no one steps in, there'll be bodies piled high in the streets before long. People here have gone soft, living behind the city walls, forgotten what it's like to live one day from destruction. I say we march round there and slit a few bellies, remind them how much worse things could be. What do you say? You think there's a better way? Such sickening naivety. But I will cure you of it.
Oh, still rolling in the muck, I see. Gortash knows you are coming. Knows you have the Bone Lord's stone. Do not let him hiss hot air into your worm-weakened brain. You'll need to bleed and carve this city if you want to turn him to grave meat. He shivers at the thought. Remember, his throat spits lies, but my blade carves the truth. You will read it on your skin soon enough.
She's toying with me. What does she want?
God, camping with the mother-in-law has been utter hell. Maybe I should just go on ahead into the city without her. Scouting, like.
Now, mind your tongues. Leave Christine to me.
Heads will roll for this. This transgression. This injustice. Mysterious is an understatement. Beggars bloody belief, more like. A perfectly respectable businessman wants to bring his, well, business into this fine city. And what do? Well, I was gonna sell the finest alchemical tinkerings the Gate had ever seen, but the bureaucrats had other ideas. They talk some absolute horse bollocks about papers and correct filing procedures and threw me in this slum. I should be loins deep in Chares's caress by now, not waddling about in filth.
We're farmers, Chris. What are we going
Lord on the rack, give me patience. These protesters keep harassing the refugees. It's horrid. I just hope the Ilmater Temple opens up aid again soon. We need their help here.
Now, mind your tongues. Leave Christine to me.
No, I'm afraid I must insist you do not pet the hound.
My love, you can't keep being so rude to strangers. It's just a dog.
All the grabbing and touching startles poor Biscotti. I will not apologise for caring about my boy.
Good luck. I've been saying that for the past decade.
Look, if I don't remain vigilant, something could happen to poor Biscotti. I'd never forgive myself.
Oh, yes. As long as the dog is okay, he's happy. Give me strength.
Oh,
Oh, God! Are they going to see it? What happens if they don't see it? Fetch! Oh, gods, no! No, no! No, that just won't do. Look, I know you're not going to see it, so you might as well be on your way. Emma? Oh, goodness! You said it! Wondrous day! I am a good dog. You can come back. I like you. Oh, 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 oh. Here we go. Yes, yes, yes! Amazing! Perfect! No notes!
If you've never had a hound yourself, I'd highly recommend it. Does wonders to distract from the...
Have you found some place we can wash our clothes again?
Glad to see you. Glad to see anybody, really. It was a lonely road getting here through those abandoned farmlands, and I'm a sociable sort.
Well, to be fair, for a miserable collection of shabby hovels jam-packed with wretched refugees, this place isn't bad at all.
So don't make trouble.
I'm busy. Mind your own.
Donations?
What's that?
Something over there.
Aldarians! Stand with me against this tide that threatens to overwhelm us.
Please just go home. You're ruining a perfectly uneventful posting with this nonsense.
The Flaming Fists are supposed to protect this good city, but they allow trash and vermin to take our homes and goods. Ah, another visitor, I see. Listen, we keep letting the likes of you in, soon there'll be no room left for any of us true Baldarians. My apologies. Now I hear you speak, I, of course, realise you're a local. Oh, now I've heard you speak. That's very apparent. Please, stop wasting my time.
I'm not paid to debate with civilians.
I took you for one of them for a moment. The refugees, that is. You're a recent arrival for sure, still bearing dust from the road. But you have something they lack. Dignity. These wretches have nowhere to call home, nothing to live off but what they carry, and nobody to help them but themselves. And me, of course. Indeed. You'd be shocked by the sort of things they bring with them. Gold and jewels, they can't easily exchange. Heirlooms, rarities, sentimental items, even cremation urns. Alas, you cannot eat grandmother's ashes, nor can you easily trade a golden candelabra for a bowl of soup. That is where I come in. Liquidity. Their heirlooms for my gold. A pity more don't share your open mind. I always say it's just business, but some don't see it that way. Hear, hear. Though I keep your speech low, friend. Not many share our outlook on the matter. It is a most welcome absence, in my estimation. Back again? It is nice to converse with someone who isn't circling the drain like this lot. Looking on their maudlin faces does sap my spirits.
Your elders and learn.
And don't give a rat's ass about honest citizens.
call and I answer.
Still alive, so that's progress.
Refugees can't stay here in Rivington. We're a danger to all of us.
Got diseases? Then any one of them could be a spy for the Absolutists.
Back off and return to your
Is that
homes.
blood?
That's an
No,
order.
never mind.
Why don't you protect us instead of these scruffy outlanders?
Can't risk being in open view.
The work is never done.
No one stopped me yet.
I'm paid to take down troublemakers, so don't make trouble.
Breathe quiet. Move with care. Free for the taking.
Coddling these vagabonds and don't give a rat's arse about honest citizens.
Nice. Little bit of this.
Caught in the act.
Refugees can't stay here in Rivington. We're a danger to all of us.
Better be cautious.
Back off and return to your homes. That's an order.
Why don't you protect us instead of these scruffy outlanders?
Caught in the act. Your touch isn't as light as you'd hoped.
Refugees can't stay here in Rivington.
Diseases? Then any one of them could be a spy for the Absolutists.
Out of mind.
Back off and return to your homes.
Why don't you protect us
Let's see
instead of
what
these
you're
scruffy
hiding.
outlanders?
What will it take? Well, that's
Caught in the act. Your touch isn't as light as you'd hoped.
caught in the act. Your touch isn't as light as you'd hoped.
Refugees can't stay.
Oh, diseases! Any one of them could be a spy for the absolute. Time to skulk about.
That's okay.
Why don't you protect us instead of these scruffy outlanders?
I can take what I please. Surely not.
Part of a ring. Looks like it combines with that other broken piece from before.
What to choose? Interesting selection. Not up for trading.
Crime can pay, but not when you can't pick a pocket correct. Not for communal use, it seems.
I'm not paid to debate with civilians.
can pay, but not when you can't pick a pocket correctly.
Refugees can't stay here in Rivington. We're a danger to all of us.
Got diseases. Maybe one of them could be a spy for the absolute.
Back off and return to your homes. That's an order.
Why don't you protect us instead of these scruffy outlanders?
Here we are, Griselda. All in one.
Clear off! There's nothing in these caravans for you.
Didn't whatever birthed you tell you not to stare?
The place was empty. Keep those thugs away from my family.
Danuvia! Get these squatters out of my house now!
Arthur, sweetheart, you paid me and my boys to be caravan guards, not cattle wranglers. If you want us to get our hands dirty, it'd be our pleasure. But that'll be extra.
I just want to remove these unlawful interlopers from my property. Excuse me? I'm exceedingly charitable. Ask anyone in this wretched town. It's one thing to donate extremely generously to those less fortunate than oneself, and quite another to give away one's entire house.
This man's indignant demeanor barely masks a seething anxiety. There's more to this situation than he's letting on.
I'm a very magnanimous individual, but this is my home! Either they leave, or I'll make them. Oh, gods, no. No, no, no! I won't be having the clergy poking their noses around my home.
I guess we're all you've got then, Arthur. Want your house squeaky clean? Cough up!
Ugh. This is the last time I hire someone from the guild. Fine. Here's the extra. Finish the job.
Come on, boys. Let's take out the trash.
No, 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 no. Don't you dare lay a finger on them.
Job done. Whatever's left is yours to sort out.
Everyone deserves the chance to make some coin. Everyone deserves the chance to make some coin. Anything you want for supper? All the things you do.
The Rivington rats don't waste any time, do they? I can see why they were so highly recommended. Anyway, I have a lot to do now those squatters are out of my hair. Goodbye! Where is my candelabra? Did they take my grandmother's candelabra?
That's curious.
Where is my candelabra? Did they take my grandmother's
Wonder what's past this.
candelabra?
Watch it.
Watch how you go. There's a trap. Trap. Be cautious. Trap. Be cautious. Be wary. This place is trapped. Step carefully. There's a trap. Be wary. This place is trapped. Trap. Be cautious. Might be useful. Watch how you go. There's a trap. A young cave bear. Killed and stuffed before its teeth were fully grown. Might be worth checking Arthur's donations. Looks like his generosity's compromised.
If they had any idea how much a cleaner costs these days. You again. Did you need something? Sinister? Nonsense! Those are experimental toys, guaranteed to bring a smile to the face of even the unhappiest child. They're extremely precious, and you shouldn't be poking around in my workshop and tampering with them. Keep it together, Arthur. There's no evidence that links this back to you. And you definitely locked the basement before you left. What? No, wait!
Gortash is being named Archduke. Time to pay Worm's Rock a visit. It's been a long day. I need to rest soon.
you'll be in a big, cozy bed soon enough.
Anything you want for supper.
Do try the grass, should it take your fancy. Such sweetness should be shared.
Refugees for hire. Right?
Mate, there is so much more to that name.
Seeing that for days. My feet hurt.
I know, little one, but you'll be in a big, cozy bed soon enough.
You have anything you want for supper. All the treats your tummy can handle.
Tempers are rising.
Seeing that for days. My feet hurt.
I know, little one, but you'll be in a big, cozy bed soon enough.
You have anything you want for supper.
Refugees for hire.
Unfortunate incident, right? Involving a child's fingers.
Let the kid come. He wants to teach them refugees a lesson, right?
From Danthalon's dancing acts.
I have secured a most excellent supply of refugees from your white
They take your gold, but they leave your ribs intact.
Yeah, well, this time they weren't feeling polite.
Still means death. Frame of passion.
I thought we'd be safe in the gate. I heard the stories. Outraged.
Well, all you want. We've got enough mouths to feed. We don't need your pie.
Our kind.
Refugees. Outsiders.
Fascinating.
Halt! By orders of Lord Gortash, refugees are no longer allowed in the city. Turn around. Well, do you have the means to support yourself?
My good lady, I am Will Ravengard. I will not pay to enter my own city.
Ravengard? Ugh, more like the ghastliest tiefling south of Neverwinter. No refugees. It is decreed. Right. Article 30.1.5 of the Council's decree on extraordinary wartime measures. I am confiscating that. The city thanks you for your contribution. Your name? I'm doing the questioning here. Last time. Name?
Well met, citizen Fluffington.
Your parasite stirs. From the construct, you feel connection, resonance.
Not just yet. State your business.
I'm a herbalist by trade, Sir Fist. My assistants and I were out collecting blooms for that rub rot going around. Oof, nasty business. Contagious.
Uh-huh. Eyes open, body still.
Behind the Watcher's gaze, a presence awakens. You are seen. You are known. Your party's prior transgressions are reflected in its stare, as witnessed by the cult's ever-alert, scrying eyes. It has seen the deep shadows of Grimforge, and the stone floors left bloodied. It knows the cold walls of Moonrise Towers, and the cultists who fell there. The Watcher speaks directly into your mind with a voice like poisoned honey.
You are marked for special treatment. Not simply an enemy of the people, but an enemy of the Absolute. Come quietly, or die. Your peaceful surrender has been noted. You will be transferred to Worms Rock Prison, where you will await further sentencing.
Eat this, you pile of junk!
Villains, take heed.
God damn it all!
Recovery is imminent.
Bastards, or I'll have your heads!
Men, women, children, all barred from entry. A damn travesty. A decade ago, Baldur's Gate would have welcomed any and everyone seeking refuge. Who would take in these souls, if not the Jewel of Baldurin? As long as Gortash is in charge, they'll be left shivering at the gates. All part of the plan, of course. Step 1. Create an army and order it to march on the city. Step 2. Shut the gates in the name of security. Step 3. Bask in the applause. Gortash hasn't made Baldur's Gate safe. He's made it a prison. And when his army breaks through, the people will have nowhere to run. To make this city a safe haven, we'll need to bathe Gortash and his allies in their own blood. Are you sure? The blade stands at the ready. An excellent choice, if I say so myself.
Better off sleeping in the gutter than that.
Welcome to the caress, an oasis of pleasure.
Another case closed, another bottle open. Huzzah to Valeria!
Hang on a tick. I recognize that face. You were talking to Yanis after I left the temple. I'll bet she's put you up to something. Why must you busybodies insist on interrupting a perfectly good night? I know that look. You remind me of Devella. Fine! If you doubt my conclusions, out with it. What have you found? while that is startling, it still doesn't disprove my theory that Brilgor killed Father Lorgan, does it? That's what you need if you want to change my mind. Hard evidence. A reason, too, if you're at it. Why was Lorgan killed? That's quite the discovery. Doesn't tell me everything, though. Why was Lorgan killed? Could doesn't quite cut it here, I'm afraid. I need a solid, provable motive. Come back when you've got some real evidence.
Devil's Den.
Name the price.
You must hear me, Devil. I will do whatever it takes. Give you anything you ask.
There is only one thing in this world that I desire. You do not have it, and you never will.
You must help me, Raphael. For the sake of my people.
Hush now, Voss. These guests may not know it yet, but they want the same thing that you do. And unlike you, they have something of value to offer in return.
Whatever you discuss with this devil, I must hear of it. Find me below in the tap room, once you're loosed from his claws.
I'm glad you came. Not to my door, not yet, but to the final reckoning. One more thing before we begin, though.
For the first time since the Nautiloid, your mind is clear. It's unsettling.
That was no party trick. Somebody's missing, can't you tell? That illithid you keep in your pocket can't hear us anymore. I brought you here because I'm true to my word, and I can make all of this tadpole business go away. Which means you and your lovely friends can remain blessedly free of tentacles. Unless some have already sprouted in places I can't see. Let us speak plain. I'll admit, you've impressed me. I wasn't sure you'd make it this far. But no matter how far you come, you're still on the road to ruin. A road that leads directly to a confrontation with the Elder Brain. At best, it will kill you and everyone else in this city. At worst, it will assimilate you, and you won't have enough free will left to even wish you were dead. You have the key to destroying it in the palm of your hand, though. Very perceptive. Yes. I can give you the means to break him free. I suppose you'd rather suck on the Emperor's tentacles till the end of your days? Orpheus is your only hope of surviving this horror show without devolving into an illithid. To you, he will be a friend. After all, you're at war with an Elder Brain. No. Orpheus is the only reason you're still alive. The Emperor is abusing the gift for its own ends. And it's doing the same to you. You're nothing more than the beast of burden that will transport it to the Elder Brain. An ox requires food, and the occasional beating to keep it moving. You are simpler. The Emperor's words serve as both carrot and stick.
Perhaps it is true that Orpheus would ally with you against the Elder Brain. But if he proves uncooperative once free, you may have to kill him.
The Orphic Hammer. An artifact capable of shattering the chains that hold Prince Orpheus is held securely in my House of Hope. Even now. Such an eager little pup. Surely you realize there is an exchange to be made. You scratch my back, I scratch your parasite. You really do think highly of yourself. My sights are set on something much more valuable than your soul. Succulent though it would be. I want the crown that dominates the Elder Brain. I have craved it ever since the arch-wizard Carsus created it, long centuries ago, and brought doom to the Empire of Netheril. That was the great age of humanity, and Netheril's flying sky cities were the apex of civilization. I was there the day it all fell apart. Entire cities plummeted from the sky, like angels with broken wings. The screams, oh, the screams. Hundreds of thousands of people watching in horror as the ground came up to meet them. It was not a happy meeting. And Carsus was responsible. Not driven by malice, but by ambition. He forged a crown imbued with all the powers of magic. A crown that would make any who wore it a god. Men cannot contain so much power. The crown destroyed its creator, and his empire fell with him. Karsus's folly, the bards and scholars call it. I call it hope. The hope of creating a better world, and the perils of unchecked hubris. I knew then that the folly of mortals could be the triumph of devils, and that I could use that crown to unite the Nine under one Archdevil Supreme. Me. You're too kind, and extremely insightful. With the crown, I would impose perfect order, unity, efficiency, control. My kingdom would control its borders and stay within them. Hidden. The archdevil Mephistopheles snatched up the crown and squirreled it away in one of his vaults. He is not more than a frigid archivist. So much power and potential kept inert. He made a miracle into a museum piece. I raged. But only for a decade or so. Then I waited, ever watching for more than 1,000 years, for a mistake, a mishap, a misadventure. And these chosen, who have caused you so much trouble accidentally, did me a favor. They brought the crown back into play. It is inevitable. When you destroy the brain, and you will because you must, the crown will be yours for the taking. And when that moment comes, you give the crown to me. In exchange, I give you the hammer now.
A simple transaction, it seems, but it's more than that. He's offering you an alternative to the mind flayer in your head. Take Raphael's deal and you could free Orpheus. With Orpheus free, you would have no need to rely on the Emperor. But there's no guarantee that Orpheus would be on your side. And if you take the deal, you'll have to fulfill it. You'll have to deliver the crown of Karsus to the devil himself. He claims his ambition is to unite the Hells, but can he be trusted to stop there? Do you trust him more than you trust the Emperor?
Oh, I'm sorry, you were serious? The crown has laid low all who attempt to harness its power. Archwizards, emperors, gods. It would tear you apart. I won't stop you. But time is running out. So, don't stay away for long. If you see reason, I'll be here, waiting. Right up to the moment the world ends.
There you are. I thought I'd lost you. Something was blocking me from hearing your thoughts. Raphael. Well, thank you for your honesty. Of course, I should have known the devil would come sniffing. The stench of impending chaos is irresistible to them. And what did he want with you? How interesting. No doubt he impressed upon you the need to do so. And what did he want in return for this knowledge? Giving a devil what he wants sounds like a brilliant idea. Tell me, you turned him down. Good. I am glad. But be careful. The devil is like a cockroach. No matter what you do to it, it will always come back. I doubt this will be the last time you are approached. I trust that you will continue to remember who is really on your side. Without my protection, you cannot defeat the Elder Brain. You cannot even get close to it, no matter what the devil whispers in your ear.
Tell me you took the devil's deal. Tell me you will free Gith's heir. Are my wounds not deep enough that you would salt them with lies? Orpheus will be free. There is no cost too high to unshackle my people. I did not come this far for you to turn your back on the First Mother's son. And yet it seems I have no choice but to trust. There is but one prism, and you are its key. Find a way to retrieve the hammer and free Orpheus from the prism. I will assemble his remaining honor guard and plan our next actions. Together, we will yet free the true heir of Gith's blessed empire. He will free us from Vlaakith and lead our Kithraki against the Geich. Istik, I will wait in the underground. Seek me when you have the hammer in hand. A devil of Raphael's stature does not simply make camp on the shores of the Styx. He will have made a sanctuary for himself, a lavish one too, one that caters to his many vices. He must keep the Orphic hammer there. Every house has an entrance, Istik, even those in the Hells. You must find it. The Prince of the Comet aches for Githyanki liberation more than he abhors Geich. He might seethe when you free him. He might gnash his teeth and slander your name. But he will see reason. I promise you.
You are wasting your time, and mine. Our true enemy is the Elder Brain. Focus your mind there.
Raphael a visit. I want to hear all about it. Just make sure trouble, sister. Remember our vow to keep one another safe. Damn, Hoots! That new batch burns stronger than a pit fiend's fist.
I'll take that as a compliment.
Take it however you want. But I'll be having my usual from now on. Oi! You must have slipped by me earlier. Raphael's very disappointed you turned him down. You won't come out of this alive without him. The boss might be a devil, but he'll treat you more honestly than anyone else in the city. Plenty. But right now, I have one job. You. I'm talking to you openly. Mortal to mortal. And I'm begging you to sign the contract. If the brain wins, the Illithid Empire returns and worlds you've never even dreamed of will die. Raphael can stop it. He wants to. And he knows how. You're the key. You always have been. He's a devil. It's his nature. He needs to get his due. I doubt it. But even if you do, you won't survive the fight. I'd reconsider if I were you.
Spoon. Sorry.
Another drow for my feasting eyes. In darkness bred, yet no less delicious for it. Elegant, decadent, and oh so dangerous. I know your bliss. A sturdy dwarf, a leather whip. She gives, you receive. Or have I misjudged you? Oh, you crave a performance. How decadent. It's Fionn you seek, our stern librarian. She isn't here today, alas. Your penance must wait. Well, we've other ways to fill your void. A drink for one, a pair of drow for another. Choose your sin. Nisha, our lovely nymph. But she's engaged in the nymph's grotto on the top floor, sweeting. The client's a favorite of hers, too. I doubt you'll be able to tear her away. But we are blessed to have a devil in residence at the moment. A temporary guest. But he asked that I send any potential clients his way. Everyone who's paid a visit looks quite changed by the experience. Indeed he did. Raphael. Exceedingly handsome, and with a voice that could make the foulest blasphemy seem the sweetest hymn. Twins, yes. Hands of such skill they could turn stone to silk. Your body could suffer no knot they can't untangle. They're through the curtain to the right. You'll need coin and stamina in abundance to enjoy their services, but the gold will be as well spent as you are.
You're looking parched, sweetheart. Another tankard?
Else, darling. Another sip and I'm like to spill over. But other hankering for spicier flavours. How about you give me a taste? What'd you say, doll? Have a sit on my lap. Let's see what pops up.
Darling, how you set me a quiver. You are a beast among men. No, a dragon, setting my phoenix nest aflame. I shall slake your thirst, dragon. You will part your lips and drink of my essence.
Oh, I will drink your essence.
Hoots, order up! Another tankard for the feast. My hands are full, sweetheart. You want a drink? Hoots is your woman. You want pleasure? See Mamselle Amira.
The two men bark softly to each other. A single name reaches your ears. Nine Fingers. It's a name you know. Nine Fingers is the head of the Guild, a criminal organization operating inside Baldur's Gate.
You rats with the Guild now? Heard Nine Fingers met her match.
The new kingpin? All meat and muscle, that one. And wild as a werebear. If he's looking to oust Nine Fingers, my blade's got his back.
Sounds messy as the ninth hell. Must be why she called us to help.
Is that right? The way I heard it, you Zent cut a deal with the new... Hold on. You there! Getting up in our affairs? Look, this subject's not safe. You selling your services, beat feet to the Guildhall. Lower City, Basilisk Gate, Guildhall. And that's all you're getting from me. Now scram! The chat's officially closed.
New guy in trouble.
Not that type of service down here, love. I've got a husband. And you ain't my type. Yeah, I've heard it all before, Pudding. Now clear off. That was the finest strip I made. They just ate it.
I put it on especially for you.
Don't take it off later. I want to give it a...
Watch, I know you have. I don't mind it. Honestly.
Well, I do. Which means we're getting a real...
Sir, good, sir. Give me 3 days and... Oh, apologies. Thought you were someone else. Greetings, so forth, so on. The landlord, Sir Frago Antuna. A most generous soul, I assure you.
Bloomin' hell, you look famished. I've got some victuals that'll warm you right up. Have a skeg at these. That should do you.
A vampire spawn turned into mist. Didn't know they could do that. That shapeshifter's key unlocked the door. Interesting.
This ought to be good.
All right. What now?
blood near the bed.
Notice some blood has pooled on the wooden floor. You notice the blood's source. A body hidden under the bed.
I know this key. It's identical to the one held by that corpse in the tunnels. Are those organs in these vials? Yuck. A list of names. Father Lorgan's on here, crossed off. A target list, perhaps? These tunnels were full of shapeshifters.
When you've met the drow.
Now, what do you reckon, lass? You trust these steel watcher thingamajigs? I don't know. You're a pretty big bastard. I reckon you could chuck one further than most. But I catch your drift. It's all right, well, we can get work repairing them, but what happens when they build something else to do that? It's no good, I tell you.
I presume you've found something interesting to discuss, if you're interrupting me again? You're telling me more than one person has been killed? In Baldur's Gate? You must have something better than that. I need hard evidence and a motive. Why would someone else kill Lorgan? How can we be sure it wasn't Brilgor? A Baal plot? You as well? Devella's been harping on about Baal for months. Fancies herself something of an expert. I assumed it was just a bunch of conspiracy codswallop and fear-mongering. But she's been unusually insistent about this one, even for her. Fine, I'll bite. What's your theory? No need to wave documents at me. I'm already drowning in paperwork as it is. Constable Devella is going to be a real pain in the trunk about this. Since you seem to be on an obnoxiously similar wavelength, why don't you seek her out? She'll be at the Elf Song Tavern. Show her the list, and I'll stay and inform the Fist here. Oh, and you'll need this pass. It'll give you access to the lower city. Well? What are you waiting for? You've a bloody conspiracy to solve. Move!
Sorry.
Come to pay your respects to the real lady of the house, I see. What a clever creature you are. It's your lucky day. I am receiving compliments at this time, and you are most welcome to make an offering. Sometimes a lady has to make her presence known. Delicately, of course. The unwashed rabble who frequent this establishment have much to learn from your deference, and I must suffer their foibles alone. But they do say a burden shared is a burden halved. The Drow, two of our most popular courtesans. A night with them seems to be rather life-changing, if you can afford it. Of course, they are siblings, but judging from the throngs of clients they draw, most of the city is as disgusting as they are. Can't you hear from here? They're talking about the new top cat in the criminal underbelly. Go and listen for yourself. As for them personally, one never washes and instead douses himself with rose oil, while the other can't hold his drink. That's rather a broad topic. We get all sorts. He dresses fabulously, but stinks of the hells. Something infernal, to be sure.
My. I can tell you are a special one from a single glance. You have but to ask, and we can grant you a moment of pleasure. Don't be shy.
I used to work as a courtesan back home, and my sister as an artisanal masseuse. But men are treated like dogs by the Underdark's matriarchs, so we fled.
We found surfacers crave the body of a drow like a drug. Life is easy in our line of work. Life is prosperous. I'm much happier kissing the many lips of the surface than tending a field or manning a shop.
I'd have to restrain myself far more than any play bindings do if I worked in another field. This is a place where I can be myself boundlessly. There are so many who come to me speaking of a fixation that no one else has ever been able to share with them, and never will again. A once-in-a-lifetime moment of passion. Every day. What could be better? Don't you want to try it? Trust me, you don't want to miss my signature Mesobaranzan love trick.
Menzoberranzan love magic. A formidable practice, usually only reserved for pleasing the most insatiable matriarchs in the city of spiders.
Darling, we're not fooling anyone. Unless you pay me to make a fool of you. You'll just have to see what is in store. We will only allow that if we know there is an evening of exceptional pleasure awaiting us. Usually, one darling alone is not enough to match the two of us.
Return to us if you have a lover willing to take part.
You wish to consult me? I do not want a devil to hold my fate in his hands any more than a god. Aren't you tired of bowing and begging for scraps of power from your patron? I say we put the devil from our minds and trust in ourselves. If anyone should have the power of the crown, it should be us. Yes. I only know it through history books and hearsay. A city of murder and grief. It is already living up to the legend. You have never visited? Most likely. I am a Bainray, born into the city's most ancient and powerful house. My life was one of privilege and danger. Like you, I lived in Kuelarzol, high above the city's sprawl. I enjoyed every luxury, whether harvested in the Underdark or stolen from the surface, and I survived my first assassination attempt while I still suckled at my mother's breast. I tasted her blood that day. She covered my body with her own, and a blade bit deep into her chest, almost puncturing her heart. When I came of age, she tried to take my life herself, and I gave her fresh scars to match those she earned protecting me. Yes. My house trained me to be a soldier in Lolth's service, and my mother showed me how to survive the perils of society. She taught me to be resilient and to guard my heart from those who cannot be trusted, literally and figuratively. When I choose to let somebody close, I do not do so lightly. That gives a great depth of meaning to the bonds I do share.
Was that human boy insisting on playing his acoustic lit version of High House of Wonders again?
Ugh, I hate you boys. I don't understand why there's such a type for so many.
You keep scaring your regulars off, Zorn.
That blacksmith was paying me to use the clamping device.
I put it on especially for you.
What if there's food shortages? Rationing, and we can't leave anything to chance.
He has the most fabulous scent.
Then fine. 15 loaves it is.
Another quake. What's going on?
It's the Elder Brain. There's something happening to it.
Let's just stick to the list.
The absolutes are
The lips, the tongue.
They won't
If
care
your
about
mighty
you,
Mars
please.
needs some...
I got it.
Everyone is...
Where everyone needs, we can, of course. Set your worries at ease.
You look like someone whose soul needs feeding. Care to buy some art? Do come again.
If you are in need of some pleasurable assistance, might I direct you to Sharess's Caress? I only deal with referrals.
How long do the effects last?
Right tool will do the trick.
Brothel, pleasure house, den.
Wish I had a bag of holding.
later. Give it a good rumble.
Sorry. Careful.
That'll be.
Finest fish caught this morning. What'll it be? Come back soon. Get your seafood here.
Not everyone subscribes to what is mine is yours.
Needs
I got it. And thanks.
of course.
You're not wearing armor to meet my mother and father.
Wherever we go, ye gods, let there be something green.
Never a dull moment.
On blooms beside the door, so the Harpers are waiting too.
Yes, the finer things. Welcome, sir.
interesting. What to choose? Little bit of this, little bit of that. I can take what I please. Using a 5-finger discount. Interesting selection. Using a 5-finger discount. All mine. Ah, nice. Not up for trading today, I'm afraid. Surely no one will notice. From your pocket to mine. What to take? Little bit of this, little bit of that. Well, that's interesting. Interesting.